Chapter 81 The Most Powerful Martial Arts Family in the World. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Everyone was stunned for 3 minutes. Such a powerful prescription is really worthy of being inherited by the medicine saint. The medicine saint is really fierce. He really dares to think about things that others don't dare to think about and make medicine that others don't dare to make. If so many powerful medicines are gathered together, why shouldn't they explode on the spot? Little Squirrel and Chen Shuohuang thought to themselves. With so many powerful medicines gathered together, it would no longer be powerful, but it would explode. But the great elder and Wu Kun didn't think so. As the saying goes, if you see a mountain as a mountain, you are a beginner. Only when you see a mountain as not a mountain, you are advanced. The great elder and Wu Kun must be advanced figures. At this time, the two of them thought for 3 minutes and even made eye contact with each other, and finally came to the result. Dan Fong couldn't understand it at all, what to say about this pill formula. If it were left to the great elder and Wu Kun to judge, this pill formula is not a question of whether it is strong or not, it is a question of whether it explodes or not. But what Chu Xinghe said was recorded in the medicine saint inheritance. Sometimes the way of refining medicine is like this. Some medicinal materials that seem to be very strong and young, but after refining, the medicinal effect is soft, and some poisons can even detoxify and cure diseases. Even the master of medicine cannot fully explain the reason behind this, and this elixir Chu Xinghe obtained from the inheritance of the medicine saint must have been tested by the medicine saint, so there must be nothing wrong with it. After a while, the elder said quietly, "Old man, the children are here today, so I won't ask the children for their opinions. Based on my understanding of you, you will not choose to linger." The child Xinghe said, "There is 50% sure, let alone 50%, even if it is 10%, you will definitely fight, so I will make this decision for you." The great elder does not need to seek the Zhao family's opinion at all. These nephews of Mr. Zhao are just like nephews in front of the elder. When Zhao Yuanjun was a child, he saw that the great elders all called him second dad, so at this moment, the eldest elder is the most in charge of the Zhao family. "Old man, don't worry. I think you can handle it. Even if you really fail, it will be the fate of both of us. You will never want to become that irrational monster, and neither will I. It's impossible for you to get to that point. But don't worry, I'll keep an eye on the Zhao family's children. As long as I'm here, who in this world would dare to embarrass the Zhao family? We killed too many people when we were older. If someone dares to act recklessly, I will kill him." That the elder's words made a group of Zhao family members kneel on the ground. "What are you doing? Get up. Yuan Zhen. As a family member, you are responsible for supporting this family. Lao Zhao has been stubborn all his life, and he will leave even if he wants to leave." Zhao Yuanjun nodded. Chu Xinghe nodded fiercely. "Tough. Absolutely tough. Okay, you heard about the prescription of the elixir just now. Go and prepare the medicinal materials. Select the best of all the medicinal materials. If you have any difficulty, ask for it in the name of my Haotian sect. If you can't get it, grab it. Prepare 10 copies of all the medicinal materials. Finally, come to the galaxy to refine it." "Yes." Zhao Yuanjun gave an order, and all the Zhao family disciples went out to look for the best medicinal materials. No matter who has it, take it out immediately. The Zhao family doesn't care about that much at this time. "Great elder, please take action and use the Yuan Pei Dan to strengthen Zhao Lao's origin." Chu Xinghe reminded from the side. "Mr. Zhao's current situation is not very good. There is a danger of evil fire attacking him at any time and turning him into a monster, therefore, the great elder must take action to stabilize him. Otherwise, if the medicine is not refined well and Mr. Zhao becomes a demon, he will have no place to cry. I am a man who wants to help Mr. Zhao stay strong for the rest of his life." "Yeah." The great elder also knew that what Chu Xinghe said was right. Without saying a word, he took out the Yuan Pei Dan and started to help Mr. Zhao consolidate his foundation and cultivate his Yuan. The great elder is still the great elder, and his methods are really fierce. Mr. Zhao's state of breathing in but not out was stabilized under the hands of the great elder. Although he could not wake up, there should be no big problem if he can maintain this state for a while. the Zhao family doesn't need to host a banquet for the elder. When the eldest elder came to Zhao's house, it was like arriving at his own home. Xinghe, don't think of yourself as an outsider in the Zhao family. These are all your brothers and sisters. You can do whatever you want. The great elder is right, junior brother Xinghe, the Zhao family is the great elder's home, and it is also your home. Chu Xinghe burst into tears. It's true that it's my home, but what on earth do a bunch of old men come to call me great-grandfather? There was no way. Mr. Zhao was very senior. As the disciple of the great elder, Chu Xinghe was the same generation as Mr. Zhao's son. Many of the direct descendants of the Zhao family were far below Zhao Yuanjun, so there was a situation where a group of old men and women came up to call Chu Xinghe grandpa with a smile. The Zhao family arranged the best place for Chu Xinghe to live. They had just rested here for a while when an ominous sound came from outside. Senior brother Xinghe, open the door, I'm here to see you. Little squirrel. Unlucky. He opened the door reluctantly, and the little squirrel stood outside the door, looking at Chu Xinghe with a smile on his face, followed behind him by Chen Xuewang, who looked wary. Hello, junior sister Luo Inger. Senior brother Xinghe, I have encountered some problems recently, and I want to ask you for advice. The little squirrel's eyes shone. Oh. Really? Well, let me tell you. Chu Xinghe invited the brothers and sisters into the room, then the little squirrel asked Chu Xinghe and he vomited blood. Little squirrel, can you be a little more serious? The questions you prepared can be understood by a beginner. I really can't act with you if you are so fake. Finally, after a helpless explanation, Chu Xinghe sent away the little squirrel with a reluctant look on his face. Chen Xuewang glared at Chu Xinghe. Chu Xinghe. Don't try to get my junior sister. You are not worthy of my junior sister. Chu Xinghe. In the next 2 days, the Zhao family made crazy moves. All the medicinal materials proposed by Chu Xinghe were purchased by the Zhao family at a sky-high price. If they couldn't buy them, they would come to the door to rob them in the name of Haotian sect. For a time, the whole world was shocked. Has the Zhao family gone crazy? I just took off the super-quality sheep trousers I just got, and before I had time to use them, the Zhao family came to my door with a knife. I left the money and robbed it. You guys are lucky. Yesterday in Baihua Tower, our young master was just about to have a conversation with Miss Yan Yan, and the Zhao family showed up and forcibly bought lanchi that our young master had paid a lot of money for. We were also forced to buy and sell by the Zhao family. The Zhao family's various forced buying and selling shocked all parties, but everyone thought about it. What the hell? Why are all the various medicinal materials that the Zhao family forced to buy and sell so strong? What is the Zhao family going to do? Didn't they say that Mr. Zhao was in trouble a few days ago? The head of the Zhao family is still in the mood to do this now. And you can do it if you want to use so many strong medicines at the same time. Aren't you afraid of being ahead of the old man? I've seen people snatching and buying elixirs, and I've seen people forcibly buying spiritual treasures. It's simply horrifying to force buying strong medicines that are so strong. What a beast! Zhao Yuanjun is simply a beast. I heard that Mr. Zhao was lying in bed unconscious, and he actually... You can't know a person's heart by his appearance. Without Mr. Zhao's suppression, Zhao Yuanjun's dirty nature is exposed. I heard that Zhao Yuanjun secretly took the 982nd concubine. Fuck. Is the head of the Zhao family so fierce? A role model for our generation. Zhao Yuanjun's name has become a household name this time, but the Zhao family can't care about so much now, and there is no way to explain it. What to say? These are for our old man. Is this an explanation? The outside world will be shocked by this explanation. Are you still human in the Zhao family? Mr. Zhao is like that, you are still like that. But there is no way to explain it in detail. After all, this involves the inheritance of the medicine saint. If the pill formula is leaked, it will be unimaginable, so Zhao Yuanjun waved his hand under great pressure, and in addition to the strong medicine on the pill formula, he added a few more strong medicines to confuse others. For a while, the Zhao family was really famous. The world's #1 family of powerful medicines. I would like to call the Zhao family the most powerful. No one knows how powerful the head of the Zhao family is, but the Zhao family will not let go of any of the most powerful medicinal materials you can think of. And the Zhao family only wants the most powerful and top-grade powerful medicines, and will never accept anything other than the most powerful and top-grade. In the past, other heads of families had some unspeakable secrets, so they would secretly find trusted people to get them through various means, for fear of being discovered. It is not impossible that the person who got the medicine would be killed to silence him, but the Zhao family is really powerful. This is not even behind people's backs, right? Is your head really not afraid of eating to death? Countless brothel people sighed that the brothel tyrant Ouyang Qing is now a thing of the past, and the most powerful person in the world today must be Zhao Yuanzhen. In the past, Ouyang Qing dared to eat a whole bottle of tonic medicine, and now Zhao Yuanzhen is forced to buy the world's most powerful medicine. Have you heard? The Zhao family is forcing the purchase of strong medicine under the banner of Haotian sect. Fuck. The Zhao family is too strong. Haotian sect will definitely wipe out the entire Zhao family. Don't make a fuss, Mr. Zhao and the elder are close friends. Even close friends can't be like this, right? In Woody City, Zheng Yu listened to his subordinate's reports with a confused look on his face. Could this be related to senior brother Xinghe? The news in Woody City is not comparable to that of outsiders. Although the outside world didn't know that the elder and Chu Xinghe arrived at the Zhao family a few days ago, Zheng Yu still got the news, and listening to the reports of his subordinates at this time, why do I always feel that this has the style of senior brother Xinghe? Imaginative, unpredictable. I have no idea what to do next. I have received part of the medicinal materials that senior brother asked people to collect under the banner of the Zhao family. The people in Woody City still have to have faith. They don't want to become the first martial arts sect of strong medicine after the first martial arts family of strong medicine. Woody City has wanted to be the first for many years, but Woody City really doesn't dare to take this first place. Zheng Yu nodded. Have you tried it? I didn't dare to let anyone try it. I found an elephant. When it ate the fifth kind, the elephant. What happened? It exploded. Zheng Yu. Exploded. What exploded? The disciple looked around and saw that there was no one around, so he leaned over to Zheng Yu's ear and said carefully. Zheng Yu's eyes were stunned after hearing this. Shit. Senior brother Xinghe, I can't see through you. What are you going to do this time? The elephant exploded. Is the head of the Zhao family so powerful? Or is senior brother Xinghe ahead of all of us again? Senior brother Xinghe is really too unfathomable. Chapter 82. See the magic pill again. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Zhao Yuanzhen is on fire. Zhao Yuanzhen, the head of the Zhao family, has made the entire Zhao family famous with his own strength. This time, even the three major families in the world have to respectfully call the Zhao family the world's #1 family of powerful medicine. Brother Yuanzhen, I really didn't expect this to happen. I've brought trouble to you and the Zhao family. Chu Xinghe also heard the news from outside, and while feeling guilty about Zhao Yuanzhen and the Zhao family, Chu Xinghe stamped his feet and beat his chest. Mistake. What a huge mistake. If you knew that the outside world's reaction would be so fierce, the title of the world's #1 powerful medicine sect of the Haotian sect would never fall to others. I miscalculated this time. I was only thinking about how to make Mr. Zhao leave in a tough manner, and I completely forgot the sensation caused by collecting so many powerful medicines. If I had known this earlier, I would definitely collect them in the name of the Haotian sect, if I could make the sect master or the elder the most powerful person in the world. Wouldn't I, the direct disciple, be demoted to the end? I have disappointed the sect master and the elder, but now, it is too late to say anything. Zhao Yuanzhen said with a look of despair, Junior brother Xinghe, there is no need to be like this. What can I do if outsiders doubt me and talk about me? It is just a passing cloud. How can I care? that is expected of the world's #1 fierce man, the realm is high. What does it mean that you secretly wiped your tears, brother Yuanjin? Don't worry, Yuanjin, the truth will be revealed after old Zhao wakes up, and all the criticism will be resolved by then. The elder is open-minded. Zhao Yuanjin nodded, and then waved his hand. Countless Zhao family disciples walked in from outside. Junior brother Xinghe, these are the herbs you need, and they have been collected. After Zhao Yuanjin finished speaking, various herbs were placed aside one by one. Wow, so many fierce herbs gathered together, that scene, it's really exciting to watch. The Zhao family really spent a lot of money this time. All the herbs they found were top-notch. The Zhao family would never accept anything that was not top quality. Xinghe, the herbs are all here. It's up to you next. The elder looked at so many powerful herbs and his blood pressure was a little high. Don't worry, elder. I will do my best. Chu Xinghe looked serious. This was a magical pill that concerned his future and whether Mr. Zhao was tough. Mr. Zhao was tough all his life. He had to make clear arrangements for him before he left, so this time when refining the medicine, Chu Xinghe swore to the sky that he had never taken it so seriously since the day he learned to refine the medicine. Brother Xinghe, let me help you choose the herbs. The little squirrel ran out from behind Wu Kun, and regardless of whether Chu Xinghe agreed or not, he ran directly to the herbs and started to choose. Seeing this scene, the scene was somewhat awkward. You are a girl, and you have to choose so many strong medicines, but the little squirrel is really good at choosing medicinal materials. With so many strong medicines, wouldn't a normal girl turn around and run away after taking a look? But the little squirrel not only did not run away, but also selected the best ones for Chu Xinghe from all the medicinal materials in a short time. Looking at the medicinal materials selected by the little squirrel, Chu Xinghe confirmed that there was nothing wrong with them. The other medicinal materials were temporarily put away, and Chu Xinghe took the medicinal materials sent by the little squirrel. The vermilion bird furnace has now been placed on the ground fire. The elder personally went to the Haotian sect these 2 days and invited the vermilion bird furnace from the Medicine King Palace to the Zhao family. For his good friend, the elder also tried his best, and everything that could be prepared was prepared according to the highest standards. Chu Xinghe bathed and burned incense, and adjusted his state to the best. All the Zhao family members blocked the entire Zhao family compound at this time. No one could break into the Zhao family, ensuring that there would be no accidents. When Chu Xinghe was refining the elixir, the Suzaku spiritual fire rose, and the elixir furnace began to turn red under the spiritual fire. Chu Xinghe added various medicinal materials into the elixir furnace, and the refining of the world's most powerful medicine began. Various medicinal materials entered the elixir furnace, and Chu Xinghe continued to make spiritual seals in accordance with the method recorded in the Inheritance of the Medicine Saint. Under the catalysis of various spiritual seals, the medicinal materials were continuously purified and began to turn into the base of the elixir. Although the elder could not understand Chu Xinghe's method of refining the elixir, he was still fully focused. After all, this was not only about the life of his friend, but also a test for Chu Xinghe. This was the first time that Xinghe went down the mountain to save people. If something unexpected happened, it would be a huge blow to Xinghe and the sect, so this battle can only be won but not lost. Buzz. In the eyes of countless people, the Suzaku furnace began to shake. Is the furnace going to explode? Chen Xuewang looked expectant, but the only response he got was the cold eyes of his junior sister. Buzz buzz buzz. The shaking of the Suzaku furnace became more and more intense, and it seemed that it was really going to explode. Chu Xinghe was also a little confused. This was the first time he had refined this elixir, and he didn't quite understand the specific situation. What happened? The medicine was too strong, and even the Suzaku furnace couldn't stand it. But just when Chu Xinghe was wondering what was going on, the shaking of the Suzaku furnace reached its craziest point. The crazy shaking Suzaku furnace suddenly made a loud bang. Exploded? Everyone was stunned, but after the sound came out, there was no flame erupting from the Suzaku furnace, which meant that the furnace did not explode. But why was there such a big noise if it wasn't an explosion? Just when everyone was stunned, a golden light shot up from the Suzaku furnace. Golden legend. When everyone saw the golden light, their eyes widened. As long as they were a pharmacist, they knew what gold represented. It was a sign of the birth of a magic pill. Magic pill. Did Xinghe refine a magic pill again? The elder's eyes turned red. I was just worried about whether Xinghe would encounter any accidents when he first came down the mountain to refine pills. Now, when the golden light appeared, the elder almost jumped up in excitement, surprise. It was too unexpected. Xinghe actually refined a magic pill again. The inheritance of the medicine saint is really domineering. God bless Haotian. Wu Kun's eyes widened. How long has it been since the last time in Haotian sect? Chu Xinghe refined a magic pill again. Why don't you go to heaven? As a great master of alchemy and a master of Tianyao Palace, Wu Kun is the only one who can compete with him in the alchemy world, and the only one who dares to say that he can suppress Wu Kun is probably a super-existence like the Great Elder, but since the day Wu Kun entered the alchemy world, he dreamed that he could refine a magic pill, because for an alchemist, only refining a magic pill can prove that you have really reached the peak, but Wu Kun tried countless times, but all failed. To this day, Wu Kun feels that he has let it go, but in the battle of Haotian sect, when Chu Xinghe's magic pill was born and the vermilion bird spirit fire beat the Kirin true fire, Wu Kun found that he didn't seem to be so open-minded. Why? I, Wu Kun, am also the peak among the peaks. I have never refined a magic pill in my life, and you, a 5th grade, have made a magic pill. Are you still a human being? But Wu Kun's mentality is also stable. Although he almost collapsed at that time, fortunately, he has adjusted after such a long time, but I just adjusted everything, and you made another magic pill. Have you considered the feelings of us alchemy masters? The golden light rushed up, more and more golden light gathered, and the vermilion bird furnace shook wildly. This is a sign that the magic pill is about to be born. Zhao Yuanzhen's eyes were about to fly out of his eye sockets. He knew that Chu Xinghe was strong, but he never expected that junior brother Xinghe was so outrageously strong. A magic pill at the first move. No wonder Palace Master Wu Kun said that only Chu Xinghe could save the old man. Palace Master Wu really didn't lie to me. The little squirrel's eyes were shining with gold. Senior brother Xinghe is still senior brother Xinghe. The magic pill that others can't complete in their lifetime, senior brother Xinghe said to refine it. This is too domineering. Isn't this the domineering medicine saint? Chen Shuoang looked at his junior sister with shining eyes, and then looked at the golden light that kept rising into the sky. To be honest, Chen Shuoang was resistant at this moment, but as an alchemist, nothing is more shocking than seeing the birth of a magic pill. From the first time he saw Chu Xinghe and saw his junior sister treat Chu Xinghe like that, Chen Shuoang knew that Chu Xinghe must be his lifelong enemy on the road to licking his junior sister. Isn't it just luck that he refined a magic pill once? Junior sister, why are you so superficial? But the first time was luck, and the second time. Hearing people talk about a magic pill and seeing the birth of a magic pill with your own eyes are definitely two different concepts. As an alchemist, Chen Shuoang looked at the magic pill that was about to be born in the Suzaku furnace, and then looked at Chu Xinghe with a calm face. At this moment, he knew that he was wrong. Chu Xinghe was not his lifelong enemy who licked his junior sister, because he didn't intend to lick his junior sister at all. It was his junior sister who wanted to be his licking dog. Looking at Chu Xinghe who was refining the magic pill easily, and then looking at the junior sister who looked like a fangirl, Chen Shuoang's eyes were filled with tears. Junior sister, you don't seem to be worthy of Chu Xinghe, junior sister. Give up, the dog licker will not die well. But that's what I said, but as a senior dog licker, how can I not see through it? I, Chen Shuoang, essentially like the taste of being a dog licker. I can't stop. Boom! The sudden loud noise shattered Chen Shuoang's thinking. The vermilion bird furnace opened, and a golden light shot up into the sky. In the golden light, the golden magic pill broke through the roof of the Zhao family's alchemy room and went straight into the sky. Dark clouds gathered from all directions towards the Zhao family on the Moon Island. Countless people inside and outside the Zhao family looked up at the sky. The golden magic pill was suspended in the sky out of thin air, and the golden divine light rendered the sky golden. The magic pill. It's the magic pill. Grandpa Xinghe has refined the magic pill. Grandpa Xinghe is so powerful. Grandpa Xinghe, the descendant of the medicine saint, is really so terrifying. Countless old men and women of the Zhao family, old and young, stood on tiptoe and looked up at the sky. Finally, the thunderclouds in the sky gathered and a flash of lightning fell from the sky. The magic pill appeared. The lightning appeared. Chapter 84, Go Down in History. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Mr. Zhao, who was covered in blood, was carried by the elder to a new room in the form of a princess. The elder even personally helped Mr. Zhao wipe the blood off his body. Then several top-notch recovery elixirs were put into Mr. Zhao's mouth by the great elder, and Mr. Zhao recovered from his dying state. Although he hasn't woken up yet, everyone knows that Mr. Zhao's coma this time was not because of the evil fire, but because it took too much to dispel the evil fire. He can wake up naturally as long as he waits for a while. Senior brother Xinghe has extraordinary skills, and junior sister is convinced by him. The little squirrel looked at Chu Xinghe, who looked calm beside him, and quickly stepped forward to congratulate him. Let's see, this is senior brother Xinghe. If it were anyone else who accomplished such a feat, he would be so proud, but senior brother Xinghe didn't have any pride at all from beginning to end, and he was even a little worried. Sure enough, the sad feeling is still the most attractive. Senior brother Xinghe is so handsome. Chu Xinghe just wants to die now. There is no magic pill at this moment, otherwise he will definitely take one to see what the hell this damn magic pill is. Where is the promised most powerful medicine in the world? What about leaving stubbornly as promised? It's hard, but let's go. Walking is the key, okay? And this little squirrel, how dare you talk to me? It must be because the potency of the powerful medicine changed substantially after it was turned into a magical elixir, which led to this damn result, and it's all the fault of the little squirrel in front of me. Last time she chose medicinal materials for herself, she refined the magical elixir. This time, the medicinal materials were chosen by the little squirrel again, and she made the magical elixir again. What? Little squirrel, you have your own magical elixir buff, right? It's enough for you to trick me once. If you want to trick me a second time, your ancestors should not be buried vertically. If you play here for me, your descendants will be prosperous. He knew that the little squirrel was in bad luck, but Chu Xinghe never expected that she would be so unlucky. I have been planning so hard for so long. I originally wanted to help the elder to send Mr. Zhao to finish the last stage of his life. The old man has been stubborn all his life. Aren't we going to be tough even if we say it's easy to leave? Why should the elderly go through so much pain? But having said that, I was very happy to help the great elder save his old friend Chu Xinghe, especially when I saw the great elder's happy look. I was also very happy, but it was uncomfortable not to get rewards and punishments, but it was too late to say anything now. Chu Xinghe was hopeless without getting the reward. Xinghe's skills are really brilliant, and this elixir is really a peerless elixir. Its appearance is enough to make up for the gap in the cure of evil fire. That Wu Kun spoke from the side. The great elder also nodded wildly and said at the same time, if I guessed correctly, Xinghe's purpose in choosing this elixir is to use the mutation produced by the strength of so many powerful medicines to stimulate the suppressed Haranjingqi of old Zhao. Under the explosion, the evil fire was forced out of the body, and finally the evil fire dissipated. Although Haran's righteousness was consumed a lot, it could still be replenished. After the great elder said this, countless people nodded. Great elder, your guess is completely wrong. Whenever I have thought about what you said, I am like that. Xinghe, this elixir was not announced by Medicine Saint back then. Since it has no name, and it can be refined by you yourself 400 years later, it means that this elixir is destined to you. Now it is up to you to name the elixir. As soon as the great elder said these words, the scene was in an uproar. Name the elixir. This is something that fascinates the alchemist even more than refining the magic elixir. What's the point of refining the magic elixir? After all, every kind of elixir has produced a magical elixir, even many times. Even if you refine a magical elixir, it is just a small speck in the long history, and no one will care at all. But naming the elixir is completely two concepts. If you want to name an elixir, first of all, the elixir must come from your hands first, or it must be confirmed that the elixir is absolutely effective, and it must be refined into a magical elixir, with so many harsh conditions. It is simply as difficult as going to heaven. Throughout the ages, everyone who can name the elixir will be recorded in the annals of the world of medicine refining. When everyone learns the refining of this elixir, the first thing to do is to learn the name of the person's past, that is truly in existence, that will go down in history. Even for a peak being like the great elder, he could not get the qualification to name the elixir despite all his hard work, not to mention Wu Kun. Anyone who can name the elixir will surely be famous forever. The Zhao family looked up and down at Chu Xinghe with eyes full of reverence. Chen Shuoang's eyes were red. This was something he never dared to think about in his dreams, but today, in the eyes of the little squirrel, senior brother Xinghe is the only true god at this time. The great elder looked at Chu Xinghe expectantly. Great elder, I think you should be the one to name this elixir. Chu Xinghe looked at the great elder with an indifferent expression. Is it okay to use explosive pills? I can't think of any other name at all, and he named it. This explosive pill is the shame of his life. What? Also name your own humiliating experience. I don't think this is necessary. Me? The great elder was confused. Yes. Xinghe has been lonely since he was a child, and it was only after he joined the Haotian sect that he had a family. Under the great elder, Xinghe not only had a family, but also a father who always cared about me. Without the great elder, Xinghe would have lost his soul. If you don't have the qualifications of Palace, how can you inherit the medicine saint's inheritance? Everything that Xinghe has today is all given by the great elder. Xinghe will never forget that the great elder worked tirelessly every day to guide me in identifying medicines, teaching me how to make elixirs, looking at my little progress. Xinghe cannot repay the kindness of the great elder. The great elder is the person I respect the most, so the naming should be done by the great elder. That when Chu Xinghe spoke, the scene fell into dead silence. The great elder's eyes turned red. Listen. This is the child Xinghe. If most people heard about the opportunity to name the elixir, they would be so happy that they would forget about it, but Xinghe didn't. He didn't forget his roots. Where can I find such a stunning child who never forgets his true nature? Wu Kun was also filled with shock at this time. He never dreamed that Chu Xinghe would give such an opportunity to the great elder. That was a naming opportunity. But what Chu Xinghe said not only moved the elder, but also Wu Kun, such a disciple, such a child. As expected, God bless Haotian. It would be great if such a child could be under his disciples. Everyone looked at Chu Xinghe and the grandparents of the Zhao family. If they called Grandpa Chu Xinghe before because of their seniority, then at this moment they realized that the Grandpa Xinghe in front of them was really a person worthy of respect and admiration. It is a great blessing to have such a great-grandson. Great elder, in ancient times, there were crows that fed back food, and lambs that knelt to breastfeed. Nowadays, there are teachers who guide the disciples, and the disciples never forget the kindness of their teachers. If this matter spreads, it will definitely be a good story recorded in history. The great elder should name this elixir. Wu Kun was full of envy, but he had to admit that he had gained a peerless disciple. Okay. 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 The great elder said 3 good words again, which made Chu Xinghe's head hurt. Today I am going to be arrogant for once. A teacher is proud of his disciple. This elixir has the ability to cure evil fire. Let's call it the evil elixir. Congratulations to the great elder for naming the divine elixir, and congratulations to junior brother Xinghe. Zhao Yuanzhen also congratulated happily. The name of Chuexia Dan is okay, after all, it is much stronger than Diaza Dan. Although most of the Zhao family was destroyed, the Zhao family was already big, and with today's great joy, even Wu Kun was left behind, just waiting for Mr. Zhao to wake up and throw a banquet to celebrate, and the Zhao family couldn't wait to release the news about the evil pill, and quickly cleared the name of the Zhao family as the #1 powerful medicine family. As soon as the news came out, everyone was shocked. The fact that the Zhao family has a magical elixir that appears in the world cannot be hidden, but no one expected that the magical elixir that appeared this time turned out to be a magical elixir that had never been seen before. The great elder of the Haotian sect personally named the divine elixir. It can be said that he became the number one person in the world of medicine refining in one battle. In the past, Wu Kun had some other old guys who could argue with the great elder, but from today on, the great elder is unique. What? Do you want to challenge the great elder? Please take out the magic pill you named. No. Then you are kidding me. However, compared to the great elder's unparalleled reputation in the world of medicine refining, it was Chu Xinghe who was a refiner who shocked all parties. The inheritance of the medicine saint is indeed extraordinary. If it doesn't come out, it will shock the world. Chu Xinghe is just the best among the younger generation in cultivation, but how can he be so defiant in refining medicine? There is no other way. Otherwise, how could the medicine saint inheritance have chosen him? I believe that in a few years, the great elder will no longer be his opponent. The disciples who have been taught are better than their masters. The great elder would probably wake up laughing even in his dreams. In Emperor Wu City, Xinghe fell into deep thought again while listening to the news sent by the people below. Sure enough, senior brother Xinghe is unfathomable. Senior brother Xinghe never makes a move without aim. The evil elixir is the first elixir in the history of medicine refining that cannot eradicate evil fire. Senior brother Xinghe is doing this to benefit the common people. Xinghe sighed again. Since the last time we were apart, he had practiced hard and thought he was one step closer to senior brother Xinghe. But now it seems, the gap seems to be even bigger. However, Xinghe secretly made up his mind that he would never give up because of this. Even if he could not catch up with senior brother Xinghe, he would still pursue him closely. Demonic Shadow Sect, the new location. Demon Emperor Wu Xingyan was secretly in a trance while looking at the pill recipe and a dark pill sent by his subordinates. Emperor, we compiled this elixir based on the medicinal materials collected by the Zhao family. We asked the demon sect's #1 alchemy master to refine this evil elixir. Are you sure this recipe is correct? Absolutely correct. His subordinates were very sure. Wu Xingyan nodded slightly. Under normal circumstances, it is difficult to obtain such new prescriptions. However, in order to save the old guy Zhao Jidong, the Zhao family probably did not care about dispersing the fog this time, so the prescriptions collected may be real. After all, they are all refined into medicine, right? Wu Xingyan took the evil elimination pill and smelled it in front of his nose. With my own cultivation level, I almost lost my mind. What a powerful evil elixir. Send this elixir to the ancestor as soon as possible. The evil fire broke out in the ancestor's body and has been in a coma for half a year. He is in danger. Now, no matter whether the medicinal materials collected by the Zhao family are foggy or not, we have to give it a try. The subordinates were ordered to do it immediately. A moment later, a wail came from afar, and Wu Xingyan hurried over. What's going on? The elixir is wrong, definitely wrong. What's wrong? How is the ancestor now? Wu Xingyan was shocked after the ancestor took the elixir. He exploded. Wu Xingyan's eyes went dark. He almost died of suffocation at the news. Chapter 85 The Little Squirrel's Gift. You are listening at NaVoFull.audio. The news of Chu Xinghe pill spread like wildfire, and the great elder became the #1 person in the world of medicine refining, but Chu Xinghe attracted more attention. Before, Chu Xinghe was captured by the Demon Shadow Sect, and the Haotian sect issued the Haotian order for Chu Xinghe alone, which almost caused chaos in the world. At that time, many people secretly thought that the Haotian sect was simply crazy. No matter how outstanding Chu Xinghe was, he wouldn't do such a big thing. Right? When the news came out, these people could only sigh inwardly. No wonder the Haotian sect played so big. If I had such a disciple, I would probably be more excited than the Haotian sect. Refining a new magic pill is already an extremely heaven-defying thing, and the disciple is pure and filial. Giving such an opportunity to go down in history to the master, that is even more a good story. Chu Xinghe gave up the name of Chu Xinghe pill, but after this matter spread, whoever mentioned Chu Xinghe pill Would not talk about the story of how pure and filial Chu Xinghe was back then. Of course, the matter of Chu Xinghe pill has also caused headaches for countless people in the past few days. The ancestor was not the only one who was angry about the demon shadow sect. After the news of Chu Xinghe pill came out, many bigwigs in the medicine refining industry studied it and wanted to rely on the medicinal materials collected by the Zhao family to infer the recipe of Chu Xinghe pill. For a time, the price of powerful medicines in the world soared. In the past, when you went to the chamber of commerce to buy medicinal materials, if there were one or two powerful medicines in the medicinal materials, you had to find a time when no one was around to whisper. But now, if you go to those chambers of commerce and see, all the purchases of medicinal materials are powerful medicines, and each one is more powerful than the other. And some big medicine refining bosses who collected these powerful medicines finally succeeded in refining their own Chu Xinghe pill after thinking about it. Needless to say, the next step is to find someone to test it. As a result, the business of the coffin shop is second only to the medicinal materials business in the past few days. In a few days, all parties frantically tested Chu Xinghe pill, and the losses were so heavy. Although everyone knows that the Chu Xinghe pill they have researched may not be right, isn't it a bit too powerful? In the past, people speculated and tried those pills. Even if they failed, they would not explode on the spot. After countless people failed countless times in the experiment, all parties could only accept it helplessly. It is worthy of being the inheritance of the medicine saint. This Chu Xinghe pill really cannot speculate the specific recipe. Moon Lake, Zhao family. Although the Zhao family was demolished by the old man Zhao, the demolition maniac, the remaining house is enough for living. These 2 days, Chu Xinghe was ashamed to hear all kinds of news outside. There are so many fierce people in the medicine refining world. How dare you test the Chu Xinghe pill like this? Not to mention that you don't even know the recipe. I, who know the recipe, dare not refine it a second time. Even if I really refine it, I will never dare to let people eat it easily, because I don't understand at present, whether the recipe itself has sublimated after the refining is completed, or it has sublimated and mutated after it has been refined into a magic pill. So the Chu Xinghe pill is really powerful, and the effect is beyond words, but Chu Xinghe dare not elaborate on how to refine it. Just as Chu Xinghe was sighing, someone from the Zhao family sent him a message. Grandpa Xinghe, the ancestor has woken up. Upon hearing the news, Chu Xinghe immediately rushed to old man Zhao. When he entered the room, he saw that the elder had arrived. He was sitting by old man Zhao's bed, half supporting old man Zhao to feed him the pill. Xinghe, come and pay your respects to old man Zhao. The elder saw Chu Xinghe coming in and spoke quickly. Xinghe meets old man Zhao. Xinghe, good boy, really a good boy, this time I have to thank you for saving my life. Although old man Zhao had just woken up not long ago, but the elder had repeatedly told him every detail of what had happened in the past few days in detail. Although old man Zhao felt sour in his heart because of the elder's boasting, he was really satisfied with Chu Xinghe. Although he had heard the elder mention Chu Xinghe in his letter before, Mr. Zhao was curious at that time. The elder was so arrogant. What kind of disciple could make him praise his disciple 90% of the words in a letter? Now Mr. Zhao knew that if he had such an outstanding disciple, he would write a letter to the elder, and in addition to the greetings at the beginning and the name at the end, the rest of the letter could be full of praise for Chu Xinghe. Moreover, what Mr. Zhao was most satisfied with Chu Xinghe was not only his ability, but also his character, which was really amazing. The opportunity to leave a name for eternity was handed over to the elder without any hesitation. Look at the children in his family. Each of them was afraid of being at a disadvantage on weekdays. Look at it, this is the realm gap. It is said that suffering a loss is a blessing, but how many people can be as willing to suffer a loss as Xinghe? Mr. Zhao woke up. Although it would take some time to recover his cultivation, however, the elder had left all the pills that might be needed in the next 6 months. With these pills, Mr. Zhao would have no problem recovering to his peak, and even surpassing his peak because the evil fire disappeared. The banquet that the Zhao family had prepared for many days finally started. The recovered Mr. Zhao and the elder sat at the first seat, and next to them was Chu Xinghe, and even Zhao Yuanjun, the head of the family, had to sit behind. But Zhao Yuanjun didn't think there was anything wrong with this. On the contrary, Zhao Yuanjun was very satisfied with his junior brother Xinghe. In the Zhao family, nothing was more important than saving the old man. Grandpa Zhao first thanked the palace master Wu Kun of Tianyao Palace. Although he didn't accomplish anything this time, he was able to come as soon as possible, which was a great favor. As for the elder later, when facing him, Grandpa Zhao said, "Isn't it natural for the old man to save me?" However, this made everyone smile. The elder and Grandpa Zhao were real friends. There is no need for any courtesy. It is natural for you to save me. If you need me in the future, I will never frown even if I go through fire and water. Finally, Grandpa Zhao thanked Chu Xinghe at a long time. Of course, there were more praises, which made the elder look at Grandpa Zhao with a vigilant face, as if he was afraid that the old man would have other ideas about his disciples. The banquet was a great pleasure for both the host and the guests. The elder, who never liked wine, had a red face after drinking under the persuasion of Grandpa Zhao, but everyone knew that the elder was really happy. Chu Xinghe didn't drink too much, not because the wine was bad, but because he was afraid that he would drink too much and talk nonsense like last time. After the banquet, Palace Master Wu Kun brought the little squirrel and Chen Xuewang to say goodbye. Stay one night before leaving. Old Master Zhao tried his best to keep him. No, the new year is coming soon. Tianyao Palace not only has to prepare for the new year, but also has to prepare for the next year after the new year. We won't stay. Although Old Master Zhao tried his best to keep him, Palace Master Wu Kun still chose to leave. Before leaving, the little squirrel found Chu Xinghe. Brother Xinghe, I specially selected this medicinal material. Do you think it looks like the word Chu? I gave it to Brother Xinghe as a souvenir. Seeing it reminds you of me, Brother Xinghe, please think of me when you see it. The little squirrel's eyes were full of tears, but Chu Xinghe looked at the medicinal material in his hand and fell into deep thought. Excuse me, has anyone seen someone giving strong medicine as a thought? Is this a thought? Why do I feel like you have something else in your words? Still thinking of someone by seeing something? Just ask normal people, who would take strong medicine to think of someone for no reason. It's unlucky. Chen Xuewang didn't say anything on the side, but this time he didn't care about his junior sister's behavior. Humph. Junior sister, you are not worthy of Chu Xinghe at all, give up. Only my senior brother is your final destination. As long as I lick fast enough, I can run ahead of you missing Chu Xinghe. The people of Tianyao Palace said goodbye and left. The elder and Mr. Zhao hugged each other's shoulders and shouted that they wanted to have a long talk, and no one should disturb them tonight. Chu Xinghe went back to his room to rest, a good night's dream. The next day when Chu Xinghe opened the door, what came into his eyes was a world covered in silver. One night of winter cold, the entire moon lake was frozen, and the first snow in Jiangbei arrived as expected, covering the entire Jiangbei with a layer of snow. The Zhao family's children were playing in the snow, and when Chu Xinghe looked at the red lanterns hanging high, he realized that the new year seemed to be coming, and after careful calculation, it seemed that he had been in the Haotian sect for a year. But thinking of what happened this year, Chu Xinghe burst into tears and felt that this year was not going to be a good year. Mr. Zhao personally accompanied the elder and Chu Xinghe to have breakfast, and the elder did not act pretentiously after the meal. Old Zhao, you take good care of yourself. I will come to see you next year when I have time. Are you in such a hurry to leave? Mr. Zhao was a little reluctant. You don't even look at the time. The new year is coming soon. There are a lot of things waiting for me to deal with in the sect. Take care of yourself. This time, Mr. Zhao did not try to keep him. After all, the new year is coming, and there are a lot of things for the Zhao family. First of all, most of the Zhao family that he had demolished must be rebuilt. After breakfast, the elder took Chu Xinghe to leave. All the men, women, and children of the Zhao family came to see him off, and filled Chu Xinghe's 2 Qiankuan rings with various gifts and specialties. But what the hell is it that one of the Qiankuan rings is full of strong medicine? Didn't we agree not to give gifts during the new year this year? Only strong medicine as gifts. But think about it carefully, it's hard to say what else the Zhao family has now, but the number of strong medicine is definitely the highest in the world. I heard that the price of strong medicine has soared in the past few days. The Zhao family claims to have raised the price of strong medicine in the world to a new level with its own efforts. It is said that many brothels have lost a lot of business in the past few days. After the first family of strong medicine, the Zhao family almost became the biggest enemy of brothels in the world. The elder's teleportation array was quickly arranged, and the teleportation light flashed, and the two were taken away from the Zhao family by the teleportation array. The light landed again, and the two had arrived at the Haotian mountains where the Haotian sect was located, as the new year is approaching. The Haotian mountains are also covered with snow and turned into a world of ice and snow. However, looking at the ice and snow world around him, Chu Xinghe had a question mark on his forehead. Ahem, the elder uses medicine to enter the Tao, so it is reasonable for the teleportation array to have a deviation occasionally. Pa! Chu Xinghe was slapped on the back of his head again. Nonsense! This is the location of Haotian city. After the new year, the sect will recruit the next batch of disciples. As the elder, shouldn't I come to see it? Should, too much should. Then let's go to Haotian city now. Turn around, you've made me lose my mood. Go back to Lingyi Palace. Chu Xinghe. The elder's spiritual energy wrapped Chu Xinghe and broke through the void all the way to Lingyi Palace. He glanced at Chu Xinghe beside him and didn't care about the teleportation array anymore. The elder finally breathed a sigh of relief. Shame. How come there were deviations twice? The key is that this little thing found it and almost let it out. $window, _tabula equals window, _tabula dot push, mode, thumbs, feed, 01, container, tabula below article feed, placement, below article feed, target _type, mix. Chapter 86. Are there any unexpected gains? You are listening at novelfull.audio. In Haotian sect, the news that the great elder had returned with Chu Xinghe spread throughout the world. The brothers from Lingyi Palace immediately greeted the elder, and then naturally found Chu Xinghe. Junior brother Xinghe is so domineering. The release of the evil fire pill has filled the gap in the cure for evil fire in the world. Congratulations to senior brother Xinghe for another magical elixir. Junior brother Xinghe is now the most famous alchemist in the world, and junior brother Xinghe has not yet reached the 6th level. If he reaches the peak in the future, it is simply unthinkable. Many fellow apprentices came to congratulate him, and Chu Xinghe also smiled and chatted with everyone, but unfortunately, I can't bring you gifts this time. It's not that there isn't any, it's mainly because I can't give it away. How can I give away the things given by the Zhao family? Senior brother, you should keep this antler grass, it's very powerful. Junior brother, this julian root specializes in treating various problems that are difficult to describe, and you are the most suitable. So, Chu Xinghe wondered if he would be delayed by his fellow apprentices. After chatting with his senior brothers for a while, Chu Xinghe rushed to Haotian Palace. Now that he entered Haotian Palace, the guards of Haotian Palace would lose if they even took a look at their Haotian tokens. Others come into Haotian Palace to check various reports and see if the sect wants to see them. Here at Chu Xinghe, the senior brothers even skipped reporting. Unless the sect leader went into seclusion, it was absolutely impossible not to see Chu Xinghe. I found the sect master in Haotian Hall, and Chu Xinghe came specially to greet the sect leader. Xinghe, you performed very well in the Zhao family this time. Although I don't understand the way of refining medicine, but after this incident, I feel that what the great elder said before is right. You have the inheritance of the medicine saint, and you must be good at refining medicine. If you want to reach the top, you must remember that although medicine is important, your own cultivation must not fall behind. Disciple, please remember this. Okay, the new year is approaching, so you should take a good rest. In the past few days, people from all sides of the Haotian sect will be rushing back to the sect to report on this year's situation. Then you can follow along and listen. Ah. Chu Xinghe was confused. I just came here to say hello, why did I get into trouble? Ah, what? If others want to listen, they are not qualified to do so. You will have to be familiar with these things in the future. There is no harm in listening and watching more now. Disciple, obey. Also, after the new year, the sect will prepare to select the next generation of disciples. I will discuss this matter with the elders. I plan to let you preside over the selection of the second-level disciples. When the sect master said these words, Chu Xinghe's eyes suddenly lit up. What the hell? What about unexpected gains? In an instant, the decadence I felt after listening to the report was completely gone. Sect master, you still understand me. If you want to destroy a sect, what better way to start than by selecting disciples? The rise and fall of a sect is like a tall building, and inheritance is like the roots of this tall building. No matter how awesome the sect is, the disciples it has recruited for many years are all useless, so why are you so strong? Let yourself go through the second level of disciple selection. Then he is not allowed to take off on the spot. There are 3 levels in Haotian sect's selection of disciples. The first level is a worldwide audition. The scattered people of the Haotian sect will continue to discover geniuses from all over the world, and then send them to Haotian City to start the second level of selection. Only after passing through the second level of selection in Haotian City will they enter the Haotian sect, and then the elders of the 18th palace will select suitable disciples to enter their respective palaces. Leave the second level selection to yourself. Chu Xinghe burst into tears. If you have to do it yourself, you won't have to worry about ghosts and ghosts flying around. What? Are you a genius? Are you extremely talented? Sorry, you are not suitable for Haotian sect. Please go to Emperor Wu City to start your counterattack. What? Are you not good at it? That would be great. Haotian sect welcomes you. Our Haotian sect is committed to creating a good-for-nothing stream. As long as you are good enough for being a good-for-nothing, you will definitely be able to achieve something if you join our Haotian sect. Just ask yourself how you lost this time. No matter how great the Haotian sect is, if the disciples are not good enough, they will ask how to make a comeback. Emperor Wu City, last time I accidentally killed Jing Yu and the others, it was my fault, Chu Xinghe. Don't worry, if you come back this year, I will never let you down. As long as I, Chu Xinghe, am still alive, Emperor Wu City will never think of defeating my Haotian sect. Recruiting disciples is cutting off the sect's inheritance from the very foundation. Chu Xinghe's eyes turned red when he was moved. With the sect leader helping me, why worry about the sect not being destroyed? Gu Mingqiao was also startled when he looked at Chu Xinghe, whose eyes were red. What a good boy. If other disciples heard that the sect entrusted them with such an important task, they would definitely be extremely excited, but the child Xinghe looked grateful. He was indeed a good child who knew how to be grateful. Don't worry, Xinghe. Although you have only been a member for a year, it is reasonable to ask you to do the selection for this second level a bit too hastily. However, with your ability, I believe no one in the sect will object. As before, you will be selected according to your own requirements. Come up with your ideas, and the sect will never interfere with your ideas. What a wonderful master. Chu Xinghe bowed his head and bowed. Until Chu Xinghe left Haotian Hall, Chu Xinghe had tears in his eyes. Recruit disciples and handle it with full authority. Chu Xinghe just wanted to say one thing. Please rest assured that starting from this generation of disciples, our Haotian sect will definitely set a precedent for the loser disciples in Liang continent. When it comes to useless things, our Haotian sect is unparalleled in the world. Chu Xinghe then went to the other 17 palaces and met with the elders of each palace, which also attracted praises from the elders of each palace. The disciples from all palaces welcomed the arrival of Senior Brother Xinghe. Senior Brother Xinghe, I will vote for you this year. Brother Xinghe, come on. This year I want to see you create the highest number of votes in the history of the sect. Brother Xinghe, I have prepared the votes for you in advance for this year's vote. That the vote that a group of brothers and sisters mentioned was something that started many years ago in the Haotian sect. It is not known from which year. The disciples who entered the sect for the first time will privately vote for the best disciple, the most popular disciple, and the most annoying disciple of this session. Originally, it was just a private vote among the disciples. Later, the sect knew about it but did not stop it. Instead, it announced that this tradition would be preserved. Every year during the new year, the disciples in the sect will hold a voting activity to select various disciples that everyone likes and dislikes. Now that the new year is approaching, the disciples of each palace have even begun to discuss this year's vote, the most popular disciple of this session. The most outstanding disciple of this session. When it comes to these, no one will think that there will be a second candidate besides Chu Xinghe. Now everyone is only concerned about how many votes Chu Xinghe can get this time. Can he break the record of the sect's New Year's vote? After visiting all the palaces, Chu Xinghe finally came to the fully built refining palace. Although the refining palace is small, its construction is no less luxurious than that of the Medicine King Palace. Chu Xinghe feels very at ease every time he comes here. Look, the lucky Ouyang family is the only true god for me, Chu Xinghe. Since the Ouyang family entered the Haotian sect, the Doom Compass has continuously provided a small amount of spiritual power output for me, and now I am almost stepping into the 5th rank. Although it is small, it wins in the word stable. The Ouyang family is really as stable as an old dog. Go directly to the kitchen of the refining palace. In the refining palace, the kitchen is the second most luxurious building here. The refining palace has the least number of people but controls the most number of cooks. This alone is unparalleled in the world for the Ouyang family. Sure enough, as soon as he entered the kitchen, Chu Xinghe saw the dusty Ouyang Ming fighting with the braised pork over there. Chu Xinghe was overjoyed when he asked, "Brother Xinghe, I accidentally exploded the furnace again just now. I disappointed you. Since I entered the refining palace, I have spent countless resources of the sect, but I haven't even made a good spiritual weapon." Ouyang Ming looked regretful. Chu Xinghe looked ecstatic. "Brother, refining is as difficult as ascending to heaven. How can it be smooth sailing? You don't need to regret it. On the contrary, you should work harder. The resources of the sect must be endless. You must remember that you must not slack off. If it doesn't work once, we will try 10 times. If it doesn't work 10 times, we will try 100 times. After Chu Xinghe finished speaking, Ouyang Ming burst into tears. It has to be Brother Xinghe. I almost couldn't hold on for the past few days without any results, but after listening to Brother Xinghe's words, I have the motivation to continue to consume the resources of the sect. No. I have to continue to explore the piercing cloud hammer method. The refining palace is worthy of being the refining palace. Good news comes one after another. Ouyang Ming's furnace output is stable, and Ouyang Ling is not idle either. After Ouyang Ling's crazy exploration for so long, she has really made great progress in the Sacred Heart attachment. The success rate was about 1% before, and now, she has increased it to 200%. Listen. What a good junior sister. Others are improving with resources, but junior sister Ouyang is galloping on the road of regression with resources. Junior sister, I believe in you. 1 out of 200 pieces is not your highest level. If you can forget about the Sacred Heart attachment, then senior brother will laugh his pants in his dreams. The other people in the Ouyang family are also as steady as old dogs. In terms of stable output, no one in the Ouyang family can match it. With the Ouyang family, there is no need to worry about not achieving great things. Chu Xinghe was so happy that he arranged for someone to find a few more cooks for the Ouyang family to help. With great satisfaction, he left the refining palace. The New Year's Day was getting closer and closer, and the disciples of each palace began to prepare things for the new year. The big red lanterns were hung high, and each palace began to decorate with lights and colors. Not only were the palaces busy, but also the people scattered around the Haotian sect returned to the Haotian sect as the new year approached, preparing to report on various things in the past year. Chu Xinghe had not yet recovered from the joy brought by the Ouyang family, and was awakened by a slap. Brother Xinghe. Itiniu is here to see you. Unlucky. Chu Xinghe felt unlucky when he heard this voice. Brother Xinghe, Itiniu misses you so much. Wang Tiniu, dressed in a core disciple uniform, ran to Chu Xinghe and gave him a big bear hug. Wang Tiniu, who was born as a minor disciple, can be said to have created a miracle. In just a few months, he soared from a minor disciple who was plagued by bad luck to a core disciple of the Haotian sect. This news can be said to have given unlimited hope to countless minor disciples of the Haotian sect. See, Brother Xinghe did not lie to us. As long as we work hard enough, we have the opportunity to reach the top. However, Wang Tiniu must be no good when he appears. Soon, Teniu brought Chu Xinghe a new version of bad news, $window, _tabula equals window, _tabula dot push, mode, thumbs, feed, 01, container, tabula below article feed, placement, below article feed, target _type, mix. Chapter 87. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Core disciple Wang Teniu lived up to his bad luck reputation. There was no good news when he came. Look, bad news came with Wang Teniu to visit Chu Xinghe. Since he left Lingcheng, Teniu's stone-pointing practice has not only made great progress, but it has been earth-shaking. The man who was born to point stones was no joke. In a short period of time, Teniu not only raised his stone-pointing rate to 90%, but also accepted a large number of friends as disciples. These friends did not disappoint at all. 3 of them can even achieve a 70% stone-pointing rate now, and the remaining ones who are relatively inexperienced have a 40% to 50% stone-pointing rate. Even so, these 40% to 50% people are still ridiculed by Teniu every day. You have such poor talent, are you worthy of senior brother Xinghe? The disciples were in tears. Teacher Teniu, can you get to know the disciples of the Shi family? If their disciples have a 40% to 50% stone-pointing rate, they are all geniuses. It's too hard for us. While Teniu was making rapid progress, he happened to catch up with the grand event of the stone-pointing world, the stone-pointing conference. Originally, Teniu was disdainful to participate. After all, what's the point of the stone-pointing conference? What's the point of getting recognition there? Getting praise from senior brother Xinghe is my lifelong goal. However, under the persuasion of the sect, Teniu reluctantly participated, and the result, Teniu successfully staged a drama of slapping whoever dares to speak in the face at the stone-pointing conference. Good guy, Wang Teniu, this dark horse, is a dark horse to the end. What kind of genius is the same generation of stone-pointing? Let alone Teniu, Teniu's 2 unsuccessful disciples are crushing. In the final battle against the Shi family, Teniu single-handedly blew the entire Shi family to pieces. What disciples and elders, in front of Teniu, they are just used as steps. Finally, an old ancestor of the Shi family who had been hiding for many years was forced to take action. This old ancestor even performed a legendary stone-pointing technique of 93% at the stone-pointing conference, hoping to save the Shi family from decline in one fell swoop. But Teniu once again told everyone what it meant to be the invincible Wang Teniu in stone-pointing. Wang Teniu made a breakthrough on the spot, and his 95% stone-pointing rate shocked the entire stone-pointing world. The old ancestor of the Shi family vomited 2 tails of blood on the spot and was carried away. This stone-pointing conference was held by the Shi family, and it was also known as the time for the Shi family to show off to everyone every year, but this time, the Shi family was shown off by Teniu alone. If there were not too many people, the Shi family almost planned to cancel the stone-pointing conference on the spot, but no one knows whether there will be a stone-pointing conference next time. Teniu is called the man who single-handedly cancelled the conference. This is not the most infuriating thing. The most infuriating thing is that when the head of the Shi family presented the award to Teniu with a face as dark as the bottom of a pot, Teniu said on the spot that this was nothing. I was just a suggestion from senior brother Xinghe. Without senior brother Xinghe, there would be no Wang Teniu. I don't want to participate in this stone-pointing conference at all. I just want to follow the footsteps of senior brother Xinghe. If I can learn 1/10,000th of what he can do from him, I, Teniu, will be happier than the king of stone-pointing who has won 10,000 stone-pointing conferences. The head of the Shi family also vomited 2 tails of blood and was carried away. Wang Teniu became famous in one battle, and he deserved the title of the world's #1 stone-pointing master. After the news was passed back to Haotian sect, the sect master and the elders sat together for a long time to study. Some elders felt that given Tainyo's current situation, it would not be excessive to give him an elder and set up a separate stone-pointing palace, but in the end, the sect master slammed the table and rejected it. I have asked Tainyo, and Tainyo said that his senior brother Xinghe is the direct disciple, and he absolutely dare not surpass his senior brother Xinghe, and at most he can be a core disciple. A group of elders were speechless at the time, but the sect master thought this was a good thing. Let's leave Tainyo's matter as it is. Whether he will be an elder in the future, let Xinghe decide. Even if he is promoted to an elder, let Xinghe do it. We won't get involved. All the elders nodded at the sect master's words. Yes, it would be great to give Xinghe the opportunity to promote Tainyo in the future. In this way, Tainyo went from a minor disciple to the current core disciple, and all his disciples have now become inner disciples. After listening to Tainyo's story, Chu Xinghe was silent for a minute. What the hell did I do? Tainyo, you are so fierce, you will become your senior brother Xinghe's lifelong enemy on the road to advancement. Do you know, arrange Tainyo to stay in Lingyi Palace, and senior brother Feng Fei thoughtfully arranged a room for Tainyo that was closest to Chu Xinghe. There is no way. Wang Tinyu is not an ordinary person in the sect now. Don't look at his status as a core disciple. Everyone knows that he will definitely be the elder. It's just a matter of time. Even if you are an ordinary direct disciple, you dare not be disrespectful to Wang Tinyu. There are many direct disciples who can't become elders, but Tinyu is really amazing now. However, it is gratifying that in Tinyu's heart, senior brother Xinghe is a godlike existence. As long as senior brother Xinghe is still in Haotian sect, Tinyu is the strongest master of stone pointing in Haotian sect. It took Chu Xinghe half a day to recover from the bad news brought by Tinyu. Stay calm. What can Tinyu change? Isn't it just pointing stones? Go ahead, that's nothing. So Wang Tinyu is not enough to affect the overall situation. As the new year approaches, people from all sides of the sect also return. The first thing that General Qin Xiangqian did when he entered the sect was to pay his respects to the sect master and the great elder, and the second thing was to pay his respects to senior brother Xinghe. But this time, the news that General Qin Xiangqian brought was not good at all. Senior brother Xinghe, the production of Tianyi's spiritual mine is not only stable, but also has been improving. According to this progress, it may double next year. Moreover, the minor disciples have not reduced their production according to the method you formulated, and more than a dozen with good performance have been directly promoted to the outer sect. And every day, countless people go to the Haotian sect spiritual mine to become our Haotian sect minor disciples. That the bad news comes one after another. Wang Tinyu is not finished yet. You, General Qin, have also rebelled, right? Can you wait until after the new year? Can you let me spend the new year in peace? Qin Xiangqian continued to report to Chu Xinghe about the things in Lingcheng. In the past, the spiritual mines recruited minor disciples, and they had to cheat and deceive people to get in, but now the spirit mines of the Haotian sect have become a hot commodity. The treatment set by Chu Xinghe is not comparable to that of many inner disciples of small sects, and it is not inferior to that of outer disciples of large sections. With such treatment, the spirit mine of Haotian sect has exploded, and this time it is the minor disciples who have exploded. Every day, countless people come to request to become minor disciples of Haotian sect. At first, Qin Xiangqian was overjoyed and accepted everyone who came. But soon Qin Xiangqian realized the seriousness of the problem. There are too many people, so many that the spirit mine is a little over the limit. However, Qin Xiangqian still has an idea and directly set up a test for recruiting minor disciples. Listen. Is this what people do? There is still an assessment to become a minor disciple. What's more, the difficulty of this assessment is not much different from the assessment of inner disciples of ordinary small sections. Originally, Qin Xiangqian wanted to persuade them to quit, but when the news came out, not only did he not persuade them to quit, but the testers became even crazier. Qin Xiangqian was stunned when he looked at the data of those test disciples. No. With your talent. Actually, you can become inner disciples in many sects. Are you crazy to come to our Haotian sect to become minor disciples? There is no way. These people's tests are okay, but what if they become inner disciples in other small sects? Is there any future? But the minor disciples of Haotian sect are different. I heard that since Chu Xinghe formulated the rules, many minor disciples have been promoted to outer disciples of Haotian sect, that Wang Tinyu even became a core inner disciple of Haotian sect. People are not afraid of suffering, but they are afraid of having no hope. Going to other small sects to become inner disciples is your upper limit, and being a minor disciple in Haotian sect is your lower limit. And there is an unlimited upper limit, so when the news came out, the Linghuang was like a sect disciple test site every day. In the end, Chu Xinghe was forced to no way out and posted a notice that the recruitment of minor disciples would be changed to once a year. Other sect Lingquan cried after hearing about it, "Do you Haotian sect still want some billion? Recruiting minor disciples once a year? And look at the requirements. My God, our sect doesn't dare to make such requirements when recruiting inner disciples." Chu Xinghe succeeded this time, but when he saw those young people who were unable to enter the Haotian sect's spiritual mine and shouted that they must become minor disciples next year, Chu Xinghe burst into tears. Haotian sect got benefits, and Chu Xinghe himself also got huge benefits. He used to be the branch president of the West District of Haotian Chamber of Commerce, and now, he is the vice president of Haotian Chamber of Commerce. Although he is still responsible for the previous work, Chu Xinghe burst into tears when the words West District were removed. "Brother Xinghe, don't worry. I will continue to work hard for the sect in the next year. I also hope that Brother Xinghe can continue to guide me on the way forward." Chu Xinghe has really ascended to heaven now, from the branch president of the West District to the vice president of Haotian Chamber of Commerce. Chu Xinghe now looks down on people outside. Whoever sees him, Chu Xinghe, must respectfully call him President Qin. Those who entered the sect with him and became inner disciples because of their good talents now bow and scrape when they see Chu Xinghe. Although he is still an outer disciple, the vice president of the Haotian Chamber of Commerce is not comparable to a branch president. But Chu Xinghe dare not forget his roots. He knows that everything he has today is all due to the guidance of Senior Brother Xinghe. If it weren't for Senior Brother Xinghe, he would probably have to stay in the West District for the rest of his life. Water can carry a boat but can also overturn it. Chu Xinghe knows how terrifying Senior Brother Xinghe is in the Haotian sect. He can easily destroy everything he has with just one word, and he can also train a new Chu Xinghe with just one word. So Chu Xinghe believes that as long as he follows Senior Brother Xinghe's footsteps, he will definitely have a chance to get rid of the title of deputy in the future. Chu Xinghe said nothing. Chu Xinghe secretly admired him. He is indeed Senior Brother Xinghe. Hearing these news, many elders laughed, but Senior Brother Xinghe was not moved at all. He must have already planned it out. Chu Xinghe didn't know what it meant to be in control of the situation, but he knew that this group of idiots really didn't intend to let him have a good new year. "You guys have bad news one after another, and I can see that I won't be able to have a good new year." Chapter 88 Chu Cheng is so shameless. You are listening at NaVoFull.audio. The new year finally arrived amidst the joy of countless people and the heartwarming atmosphere of Chu Xinghe. The entire Haotian sect was decorated with lights and colorful flags. The 18 palaces, including the Haotian Palace and the newly built Refining Palace, all had red lights and colorful flags flying. A heavy snowfall also added a bit of New Year flavor to the new year. Early in the morning, Chu Xinghe was pulled up by the great elder, then Senior Brother Feng Fei sent a brand new direct disciple uniform. "Good guy." Chu Xinghe was speechless after just one look. "Senior Brother Feng Fei, why is there an extra purple pattern on this direct disciple uniform? I'm afraid this is going beyond the limit, right? You know, there are clear regulations for the uniforms of Haotian sect disciples. What should be worn at a certain level must not be exceeded, but what does the extra purple pattern on my direct disciple uniform mean? Purple represents the chief disciple. Ahem. This is arranged by the sect master himself." Chu Xinghe was speechless. Although the disciple uniform was still black, the purple cloud pattern on it was a bit excessive. After putting on the new disciple uniform, the elder in full dress looked up and down with a satisfied expression. "Well, you said it right before, purple is indeed more charming." "What do you mean purple is more charming? It's the purple sister who is more charming." Okay, however, the elder didn't think there was a problem, so Chu Xinghe naturally didn't say anything and was pulled out by the elder. All the inner disciples of Haotian sect gathered in Haotian Palace, and the sect master was also dressed in full dress. The elder presided over it personally. This was the first thing to do during the new year, worshipping the ancestors. Chu Xinghe originally wanted to blend in with the many disciples, but the purple was too conspicuous, and other disciples didn't dare to stand in front of him. In the end, Chu Xinghe was pushed to the front. A group of brothers looked at the purple on Chu Xinghe's chest and nodded secretly. Everyone understood what it meant, but don't say it out loud. After all, Brother Xinghe never cared about fame and fortune, and would not change because of his improved status. The whole morning was a ceremony of worshipping ancestors. Chu Xinghe also listened to the sect master recounting the rise and fall of the sect. This was a routine, as the great elder announced the end of the ancestor worship. The other programs of the New Year festival were completely kicked off. The most important event was naturally the voting event. Among all the votes, there were 3 that were the most important. The first was the best disciple of this session, the second was the most popular disciple of the sect. The third was the most promising disciple of the sect. The first of these 3 selections was voted by the disciples of this session, and the second was voted by all the disciples of the sect. As for the last one, it was actually the most important event, because this vote was voted by all the elders and the sect master. The best disciple of this session was also called the chief disciple of this session. The most popular disciple was an entertainment project for everyone, and as for the third one, the most promising disciple, it had never been selected since this option began. The reason was simple. The elders of each palace would definitely give their votes to their disciples, and the sect master almost abstained from voting every year. As a result, everyone had 1 vote per person, so it was impossible to really choose one. But this time, everyone felt that things might not be that simple. Brother Xinghe, I voted for you. Need you to tell me? We all voted for Brother Xinghe. Brother Xinghe, the brothers also voted for you. Brother, I am optimistic about you. Chu Xinghe didn't know how many times he heard such words in the afternoon, and holding the ticket in his hand, Chu Xinghe was melancholy. He also had 2 votes. The first vote could be voted for the most outstanding disciple of this session. The second vote could be voted for the most popular disciple, but who should he vote for? Vote for himself? Wouldn't that be a bit too shameless? After thinking about it, Chu Xinghe filled in his name on the first ticket. As for the second one, after thinking for a long time, Chu Xinghe wrote a name, Chu Cheng. That's right, it's Chu Cheng. Am I such a superficial person? Am I such a shameless person? If the first ballot could only be filled in with inner disciples and not Chu Cheng, Chu Xinghe felt that he would definitely fill in Chu Cheng. He is the most talented person in Kaoshan village. Since entering the outer gate of Haotian sect, I heard that whenever an outer disciple is unhappy, he will go to Brother Chu Cheng to have a good chat. Brother Chu Cheng has made great contributions to the psychological counseling and venting of outer disciples. I just want to ask such a great Brother Chu Cheng, can he not be the best disciple? Can he not be the most popular disciple? After writing, Chu Xinghe put the ballot into the ballot box without hesitation, voting anonymously. Brother Chu Cheng, Chu Xinghe, can only help you so far. Whether you can reach the top or not, please remember that you will always have my support behind you. In the outer gate, Chu Cheng was lying on the bed, looking at a ballot in his hand, and thinking of what Fathead Fish said just now. Chu Cheng gritted his teeth. Despicable. Chu Xinghe, you are simply despicable. It must be you who instructed this Fathead Fish to threaten me to vote for you. How could I, Chu Cheng, be the kind of person who would be frightened by threats? Chu Cheng dipped his nose in the blood and wrote 3 words, Chu Xinghe. Humph. Chu Xinghe. I am not afraid of threats, nor am I afraid of you. As the saying goes, if you want to destroy someone, you must first make him crazy. Let you, Chu Xinghe, be proud for a while. When I, Chu Cheng, recover, I will let you know how the number 1 man in Kaoshan village trampled you under his feet. At night, the entire Haotian mountain range was brightly lit, and from a distance it looked like a giant dragon of lights. Disciples from all palaces gathered at Haotian Palace. The entire Haotian Palace was filled with banquets, and the disciples sat around the table. After a year of cultivation, everyone finally had time to sit down and rest. The sect master and the elders also accompanied them to experience this happy time. Soon, the banquet reached its climax, and the great elder also stepped onto the podium under the attention of the crowd. In the past year, whether it is the new disciples or the past disciples of my Haotian sect, everyone has worked hard, but please remember that the road of cultivation is not easy, and it is necessary to make further progress next year. Next, let me announce the results of this year's festival vote. The great elder smiled and ordered the disciples who had been prepared for a long time to send the statistical list. When the first list was opened, the originally cheerful great elder's face suddenly changed. Seeing this scene, the disciples below were also confused. What made the great elder so calm? Could it be that senior brother Xinghe was not selected? Absolutely impossible. But just when everyone was stunned, the elder laughed wildly, "Ha ha ha ha, you little guys." As the elder's voice fell, a spiritual power was released, and the light of the spiritual power shone on the first list. In an instant, the list was reflected by the spiritual light in everyone's eyes. The most outstanding disciple of this session, Chu Xinghe. 2,986 votes. When everyone saw this number, the first reaction was why there were only 2,986 votes. The remaining 14 people dared to have opinions about senior brother Xinghe. But soon the blank at the back made everyone relieved. It's not that there are 14 people who have opinions about senior brother Xinghe, but that among the 3,000 disciples, some were like Chu Cheng who were sent to the outer sect in a year, and some were even worse and were directly expelled from the sect, so there are only 2,986 left. All votes. The whole banquet hall exploded at once. Even though everyone had been prepared, they were still shocked by the result, passed unanimously. This is the first time since the voting program started. Senior brother Xinghe is really unstoppable. Senior brother Xinghe is awesome. Senior brother Xinghe, I will always support you. Senior brother Xinghe deserves it. Various cheers came one after another, but Chu Xinghe looked calm at this time. Look, this year, more than a dozen lucky people were expelled from the sect or entered the outer sect. Why am I so miserable? I have to work harder next year. I have to catch up with the pace of my predecessors. Chu Xinghe was elected as the most outstanding disciple of this year with unanimous votes. He stood up and bowed to all his fellow disciples. No need to say more, everyone could feel Chu Xinghe's gratitude. The elder quickly took out the second list, which was the most popular disciple of the year. Everyone became nervous at this time. Can senior brother Xinghe still pass unanimously? Have you voted for senior brother Xinghe? I voted. Compared to popularity, who can compare with junior brother Xinghe? That's right, senior sister, I voted for junior brother Xinghe too. But just when everyone was looking forward to whether Chu Xinghe could get all the votes, the great elder was stunned again. Seeing the expression of the great elder, everyone laughed, and soon the great elder should have laughed wildly, right? But in the midst of everyone's happy expressions, the great elder did not laugh wildly like before, but snorted coldly. The next second, the list was also displayed by the great elder. The most popular disciple of the sect in the year, Chu Xinghe 2,95678 votes. Seeing this number, many people were dizzy. Sure enough, it has to be junior brother Xinghe, so domineering. But just when everyone was about to shout that junior brother Xinghe was awesome again, a line of words appeared below. Chu Cheng, 1 vote. The audience? Chu Xinghe. What the hell? Although no one knows exactly how many people there are in the sect, it can be seen from the list released by the elder that only 2 people were voted. In other words, in the entire sect, only 2 people got votes. Everyone knows that Chu Xinghe got votes, but what the hell is Chu Cheng? And only 1 vote? This Chu Cheng successfully ended senior brother Xinghe's 100% unanimous record with 1 vote? Damn! In an instant, everyone finally knew why the elder snorted. This Chu Cheng is too shameless. He must have voted for himself. After all, who would be crazy enough to vote for him under normal circumstances? This person really has no bottom line. Countless pairs of eyes looked in the direction of the outer disciples, and everyone had only one thought at this time: who the hell is Chu Cheng? You stand up. However, the outer disciples could not see Chu Cheng at all at this moment. Chu Cheng was still lying in the outer gate. Fathead Fish Lu Bo's eyes were red at this moment. Chu Cheng, you bastard, you are so shameless to vote for yourself like this. It's simply not worth a bit of $billion window _Taboola equals window _Taboola _Taboola dot push mode thumbs feed 01 container Taboola below article feed placement below article feed target _type mix. Chapter 90, Invisible. Versailles is the most deadly. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The banquet is over. but the wind and snow are still there. Countless well-fed people from the Haotian sect returned to each palace, and Chu Xinghe was still the one who talked about the most. I thought senior brother Xinghe would be angry if he was chosen as the most hated person before. Fart. I just said it's okay if I choose. Who is senior brother Xinghe? How can senior brother Xinghe be angry if we make such a little joke with him? It's just, you have a villainous heart, and the most hated person, senior brother Xinghe, will do his job. Junior brother, you don't know. In previous years, if anyone was selected, it would be basically over. But look at the magnanimity of senior brother Xinghe today. Even the sect leader and elders were laughing so hard that they couldn't stand up straight. If you ask me, senior brother Xinghe's voting for the most potential disciple is really awesome. Even though the great elder abstained from voting, senior brother Xinghe got 18 votes. The first person in history. Yes, but speaking of it, that Chu Cheng is really infuriating. Can you not spoil the fun at this time? Outside the outer door, shrouded in wind and snow, Chu Cheng lay on the bed and tightened the quilt. Snort. Isn't it just a New Year's Eve banquet? I, Chu Cheng, disdain it. Sitting on the edge as an outside disciple. Is that where I, Chu Cheng, should sit? I, Chu Cheng, will be a hero in life, and I will be a hero in death. Then the position of chief is suitable for my identity as Chu Cheng. Who is Chu Xinghe? At next year's New Year's Eve banquet, Chu Cheng must let the entire Haotian sect know who is the best person in the Haotian sect. After all, how can you see a rainbow without experiencing ups and downs? No one can succeed casually. Bang! Just when Chu Cheng was imagining a rainbow in the sky, the door was kicked open. Chu Cheng is a thief. What a waste of life. A drunken Lu Bo led a group of drunken outer disciples into the room. Soon, a rainbow appeared. After Lu Bo punched Chu Cheng, he saw rainbows floating everywhere. No one knows how long the beating lasted, but the wind and snow got a little more violent. Chu Xinghe returned to Lingyi Palace with the first elder. The first elder, who was drunk and blushing on the way, did not forget to persuade Chu Xinghe. Xinghe, don't be sad because of that Chu Cheng. No one can be liked by everyone. After all, some are not human at all. If it weren't for you today, I would have expelled him from the sect. After seeing off the first elder, Chu Xinghe also returned to his room. Senior brother Feng Fei was caught drinking wine today and was carried back. Now he is fast asleep. Chu Xinghe went to bed without saying a word. After a dreamless night, Chu Xinghe was woken up by senior brother Shen Chun early the next morning. Quick, quick, quick. Junior brother Xinghe, the sect master has ordered you to attend the deacons' meeting. Huh? Chu Xinghe got out of bed and remembered that the sect leader seemed to have said that the deacons of the Haotian sect had returned, and they also wanted to report on the development of the year and listen to the sect boss's planning requirements for the next year. I almost forgot about this. Ignoring breakfast, Chu Xinghe rushed all the way to Haotian Palace. When Chu Xinghe stepped into the Haotian Hall, the elders of various palaces and the deacons who had rushed back from outside had already taken their seats. Seeing Chu Xinghe come in, the elders smiled, while a group of deacons nodded one after another. A few younger deacons even subconsciously stood up from their seats. Xinghe, find a place to sit by yourself and listen. The sect leader said. Chu Xinghe nodded quickly and found a seat next to him. A group of deacons looked at the sect leader's attitude and understood. As deacons, they claim to be second only to the elders in the sect and have great power outside, but that is just a claim. Deacons are always deacons, and they are considered workers. Compared with real elders, they are far behind. Although the deacons' ears were almost on edge hearing about Chu Xinghe's deeds over the past year, they were still shocked when they saw it all with their own eyes at the New Year's Eve banquet yesterday. At that moment, they realized that they still missed it. The importance of the words Chu Xinghe in Haotian sect now exceeded their imagination. It is not that there were no direct disciples to attend this deacon conference, and those direct disciples who attended were all direct disciples of the sect master, and then they basically became the next generation of sect masters. It was unprecedented for Chu Xinghe to attend a deacon meeting in the name of the great elder's personal disciple. the deacons' meeting began, and deacons from all parties also began to report on their work for the year. These contents are basically the sect's top secrets, including the sect's various incomes, various resource competitions, territory planning, and even the development of some secret games that the sect has penetrated into various parties. Let's put it this way, Chu Xinghe was a little panicked when he heard these things. At this moment, if a blind core disciple broke in and heard one sentence, it would be an exaggeration to be beaten into powder by the great elder's palm, and the sect master would remind Chu Xinghe from time to concentrate, listen and study hard. After hearing about the developments in the past year, Chu Xinghe realized how many unknown secrets the Haotian sect had and how many unimaginably rich resources it had. Then came the future plans. Listening to the elders and sect leaders' suggestions for the future development of the deacons, Chu Xinghe really wanted to speak. What about continuing to expand territory? What about burying hidden chests? What about plundering resources? Listen to these. Chu Xinghe is anxious. Metropolitan. In my opinion, these are unnecessary. Our Haotian sect has long been invincible in the world. The deacons have worked hard for a year, why don't we lie down next year? But Chu Xinghe didn't dare to say this, and he didn't have the right to say it. I can only listen but not speak. How impatient. Finally, the deacon in charge of the disciple audition reported on the geniuses from all walks of life who have been auditioned from last year to now. These are the disciples who will go through the second level of selection to enter the Haotian sect in the next step. After the deacon finished speaking, the sect leader spoke. For this selection of disciples for the second level of Haotian city, how about you elders take a break and let the kid Xinghe go and gain experience? Sect master, this kid Xinghe is still relatively inexperienced, but it doesn't matter if he gives it a try. As soon as the great elder said these words, other elders also nodded. The great elder is right. Although this kid Xinghe is still relatively young, his ability is needless to say. Every time this kid makes a move, he is unconventional, but which time is he not sure of winning? It is right to entrust such an important matter to this child. Even if something goes wrong, it is not a loss to give this child a chance to experience. The elders voted unanimously, and Chu Xinghe was responsible for the second-level selection of disciples this year. The deacon in charge of the audition was shocked. This is related to the future inheritance of the sect. In the past, we sent elders to go, but this time we handed it over to Chu Xinghe. It seems that we still underestimate Chu Xinghe's status. Chu Xinghe, who had been feeling dizzy after listening to all kinds of secrets all morning, burst into tears when he heard this. Sect master, elder, don't worry, leave this matter to me, the appointment is secure. Do you know the waste stream? It's up to me, Chu Xinghe, that I, the loser of the Haotian sect, can become a god. Disciple, do your best. Chu Xinghe stood up and accepted the order. Xinghe, there is no need to feel pressure, just do it according to your own ideas, and the sect will give you the greatest support. The meaning of the great elder's words was very clear. Make it any disaster. The sect will tell you the truth, so don't worry that we will interrupt you because of your mysterious operation. Good guy. Chu Xinghe looked at the great elder and felt that the great elder was naked. Just because the great elder trusts me so much, I would be embarrassed if I didn't choose the best loser this time. The success of the Ouyang family taught Chu Xinghe that one cannot deny oneself just because of a little setback. As long as you persevere in seeking death, you can always find lucky stars like the Ouyang family. The deacon conference was over, and shortly after Chu Xinghe walked out of Haotian Hall, Deacon Yang came to find him. Deacon Yang is the deacon responsible for the first-level audition of disciples. Disciple Chu Xinghe pays homage to Deacon Yang. Oh, Xinghe, why should you be so polite to me? I was born in Lingyi Palace and was promoted by the great elder. Now that I am lucky enough to become a deacon, I never dare to forget the kindness of the great elder. So, Xinghe, if you need it in the future, just talk. Lao Yang, I will make sure it is done for you. Good guy, are you starting to show your loyalty? I want to say that all your audition disciples will go to the loser stream in the future. Can you handle it properly? Deacon Yang, Xinghe is young and ignorant. This important matter of selecting a disciple needs your guidance. Oops. Xinghe, what you said is wrong. Although Lao Yang, I am a deacon, but the sect master has ordered that you make the decision for the second-level selection. I can only cooperate with you, Xinghe. Where did you get the guidance? Pretty. Chu Xinghe was extremely satisfied with this Deacon Yang. I'm afraid that this guy will interfere with it, and will Deacon Yang be so smart? The Haotian sect needs a few more Deacons Yang, so why worry about the sect not being destroyed? Thank you, Deacon Yang. Okay, Xinghe, next I will ask the disciples from all over the world who have passed the audition to come to Haotian City at the specified time, and I will wait for you to come to the second-level selection. After bidding farewell to Deacon Yang, Chu Xinghe left Haotian Palace humming a tune. Today is a good day, everything you want can come true. What? Is this song unlucky? Snort. I was in charge of recruiting disciples for the sect, and a bunch of losers flowed into the sect and exploded, so I asked how I could lose. At the end of the new year, Chu Xinghe also came to Chu Xinghe to say goodbye. Senior brother Xinghe, come to Lingqing more often when you have time. Chu Xinghe looked forward to it. Senior brother Xinghe came last year, and he became the vice president. If he came again, wouldn't he become the president? How many more times? Is it possible for me to become the first outer disciple of Haotian sect to become a deacon? Thinking of this, Chu Xinghe was full of expectations for the future, but Chu Xinghe is not looking forward to it at all. Why go to Lingqing? Are you kidding me? Now I feel pain when I hear the words Lingqing. You, Chu Xinghe, are no longer the most blessed general in my mind. After sending away the eager Chu Cheng, Tiniu also came. Senior brother Xinghe, I am going to Lingqing too, and I can't bear to leave you. Senior brother, I can't bear to leave you, Tiniu. Chu Xinghe hugged Tiniu's heavy body. Senior brother Xinghe, don't worry. I will continue to work hard this year. I will try my best to achieve the 100% stone yield rate this year. I will also teach the incompetent disciples I have accepted. If they cannot achieve the stone yield rate of more than 70%, I just told them to get out. They can't do such an easy thing, so what are they doing here? The invisible Versailles is the most deadly. The stone yield rate is 70%, so they are called elders in the Sure family. Tiniu, have you ever considered the feelings of the Sure family? Also, brother Xinghe, I have done some research recently and I feel that the 100% stone yield rate is not the ultimate at all. If we can develop a brand new stone-making technique, we may be able to make the stone yield rate exceed 100%. Chu Xinghe. Why don't you just tell me that you're crazy? Tiniu also left, with cute tears in his eyes, shouting all the way that Tiniu would be useless if he did not break the 100% stone yield rate, and Tiniu would defend brother Xinghe to the death. Finally, the two most troublesome people left, but the more I think about what they said, the more uncomfortable I feel. They can't be serious, right? Window_tabula equals window_tabula_tabula.push, mode, thumbs, feed, 01, container, tabula below article feed, placement, below article feed, target_type, mix.